All right, time for our main topic, Spy Family. Okay,
right.
So first of all, I'm Bondman. I'm a spy.
I wear my glasses.
This is my spy outfit, guys. This is my spy. This is my my.
I'm incognito with this very flowery shirt on.
This is my my Twilight outfit. Okay.
Before I kill my eyes.
All right. So, Spy Family. It is written by Tetsuya Endo. The original publisher for the manga was Viz Media. The anime series is a Wit Studio Cloverworks collaboration, and we have 37 episodes that are out right now. So first impressions, what did you think?
Of course, I thought it was good. I think it's a really good series, but I will say, I think that I really like the family dynamic that they have is they establish really well. I like how all of them, including the dog, have like some sort of secret that they can't tell each other. So like Lloyd is a spy, Yor is an assassin, Anya can read minds, and Bond can see the future. So they all have these things that they can't tell each other. They're all like hiding something, and still like they all get along, and they're establishing this family. And then even the kids at the school, I think Anya isn't like I love the school scenes because Anya is so funny and like with their facial expressions and everything. Yeah. And it's like what she tries to learn at home, she tries to apply at school and all that. So I think all that's really good. My problem is I think the show got off to a really good start, but it slows down a lot. And it's just like, okay, you have an objective, and they're treating it like it's because it's like. It's not filler because it's actually canon, but it feels like filler. It's like they're treating like an episode of Family Guy or The Simpsons, like they're these one-off episodes.
Yeah.
But you have these things with Lloyd trying to do his thing, and then Anya trying to get all the Stella at the school, but they're not really progressing at times enough with it. Now they have their moments where they do that, especially early. I think in season 2 with going on the cruise ship was a great change of scenery.
Oh, that's probably the best arc, I feel like.
Yeah, I thought that was really...
I love that.
I was like, finally, we're going someplace else for a second. So I thought that was really good, and also learning about Yor. But I think they have moments where, and people like to say, oh, it's a slow burn. I'm like, but you gotta burn a little bit faster sometimes.
I don't even know if it's a slow burn. I think you're more correct where it's like, Episode 10, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, the dodgeball episode.
The dodgeball episode is the single best episode.
Yeah, that was the best
of that entire series.
Yeah,
I was like, when they had the scene on Namek on the Dragon Ball Z set. This is why I was like, Wit Studio is incredible. Like it had better action scenes than Solo Leveling. But like a mile.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching this series and going, oh my god, this is some of the best action I have seen in a series. And it's not even an action series. Yeah. The what's his name? Yor, right? Like her. I was thinking about our clip about is Jin Woo from Solo Leveling One Punch Man. Yeah. I was like, wait, maybe it's Yor. But I loved every bit of it. It wasn't, she wasn't quite One Punch Man or Saitama, but I loved every second of it. Yeah. All her set pieces, she's inexplicably strong.
with everything. She's like hugging too hard, trying to play tennis.
Hit the tennis, and she slices through it. And you're like, oh, maybe she's bad. She's like, oh, I'll do it again. And I'll scale back a little bit. She hits and it's just like, literally, like, it breaks the sound barrier. And I'm like, how?
Oh, yours pretty strong.
Yeah, my only thing with this series is like, surely someone has to have a clue that someone is doing spy work. Like between the three of them, well, Anya knows everything. I think is
Anya knows everything that's going on.
She's probably the best part. The kid stuff is like the best part.
Of
the entire series.
Yeah, it's so good.
Between it's the kid stuff and the Yor action set pieces. I think are like the best parts of the show.
Yeah, and then like Lloyd is just like the straight man, pretty much.
Yeah, he's just the straight man.
Yeah.
It's and what I like about Anya is that it's they get the like as a father, they get the weirdness of kids so down pat. I wouldn't say she's quite 4, but generally speaking, even the way that you can't really understand what she's saying half the time is like, oh no, that's definitely a kid. Like, you know, mispronouncing words and my only beef with the show is that I do wish it would go somewhere. Like, it's like we know there's Operation Strix, and I'm like, well, you haven't really continued with the operation because for what it's worth, we only have one Stella star.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's at an 8. It was just like, it was like the cool thing about the dodgeball thing was like she was trying to work up towards like a Stella, I think, and
it was the rumor. It was the rumor.
Oh, a rumor, yeah. So it was like it still felt like it was going someplace. So like all the goofiness that was happening was serving what they were trying to get to.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked, and it was also really, really funny.
Yeah.
And it was like doing the things that I feel like they were trying to achieve to like have her like get better at school, so that'll help out the family life and stuff like that. But like the last episode with Bond and the fire or whatever, it was just like
I was like, what is this?
If this was
that
going
was my
somewhere,
least favorite episode.
Yeah,
I was like,
okay.
dude, they could have cut it episode short. I've been perfectly happy. I'm quoting someone here, and I think it's sarcastic chorus. I'll link in the description, but I think he was saying like some of the episodes feel like Rugrat episodes, just like 15 minutes, like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, because like if you see the episode title, they have like one thing, another thing.
It's
like episode of SpongeBob. They have like 2 stories in one episode.
Right, basically. And then some feel like an actual arc, and then some of the arcs just end like just abruptly, and then it's some little small like side quest post credits. Because you look at the time bar, and you're like, wait. Why is there 8 minutes left? The story just finished, and it's like, oh, there's a backstory with Yuri and Yor about why he doesn't take medicine. Why he wants to take the medicine, and I'm like, first of all, side note, Yuri's awful. I hated his character so much.
He was kind of weird.
It's
like,
so weird. His whole character is like he's in love with.
My sister is cute. Why he have to marry my sister? I'm like, you should want that.
Yeah. That was the only character that really weirded me out.
I'll say the one funny part he had with Anya, like speaking when you're talking about kids, where like he was tutoring her about something with school, and they're like doing all this stuff. He was like, "Oh, I actually like working with her," and then he was like, "Good, you're gonna learn." I forgot what he was trying to learn. Teacher, he's like, "You're finally gonna learn this." And she's like, I don't even know what that is. He's like, unbelievable, and just left the guy. But even though he was a weird character, and actually another character I didn't like really was Nightfall.
Yeah, no, I don't think no one online likes Nightfall.
There was no purpose, really for Nightfall. I felt,
but I liked the tennis arc. You
liked? I thought it was okay.
I kind of liked the tennis because it gave me the ending with Yor.
Doing the
like it was worth it for that. No one liked her character. She was, and so that was things where they could have progressed the plot and just shortened her her bit. Even the scene where basically, I guess what the equivalent is of the Bondman Disney World place where he hired all the assassins to play, all the spies to play like assassins.
Yeah.
Apparently in the manga, that's like a 1-page and they made a whole episode of it. Yeah. It was good.
It was good.
The set pieces were incredible.
Yeah.
But those were things where I was like, okay, I don't mind this, but you guys in a season and a half, y'all should have got through like four.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that there's got to be at least like almost halfway through with the Stella. Like at this point, it's only one, and it's like, okay, like what are we doing? People who are defending it are like, well, they have to be getting closer as a family, but it's like it doesn't feel that way though. It's still everything still feels like a very like status quo thing.
Yeah, it's like Meander the anime. It's like, they just be.
And it's like, oh, we're just gonna do this random thing. I'm like, okay, is it gonna go anywhere? No, okay, all right,
right. But I will say they do, and I'm also quoting from sarcastic chorus channel. It is one of the only few anime families where it's like, oh, I believe this. Like in
oh no, yeah, that's true.
Because like in Naruto and Boruto, apparently, they all have kids now. And
and it's like it doesn't really feel like
they're just family.
They just kind of just put them there, like all right.
Yeah, this is actually they do a great job forging the unit because, and I kind of commend them for this. The will they, won't they is there, and if there was,
that's really there,
but I'm happy they haven't resolved it. Like that was the only thing where I'm like, we don't have to resolve it that now. Get the plot going, you know, like
because when finally seeing like yours like backstory and her assassin thing with the cruise, I was like, finally, like,
yeah,
it was like a different setting. You kind of learn more about Yor a little bit. And her wondering, like, why am I still fighting like this? Like, why am I still doing this? Like, it was really, really good seeing that.
Yeah. Now, I love Anya. Like, all my notes are about Anya. Like, like when I was gonna say when they named the dog Bond, I preferred her calling him Mr. Doggy. That was that is, like once again with my daughter Windsor. She like half the animals are just like unicorn. Like she's a unicorn. Her name is Uni. Like Mr. Doggy is what a kid would. I thought that was funny.
So she went to school. It's like, I have a new dog. They're like, what's the dog's name?
So
I don't know.
Right, exactly. Like all the bits with Anya are just so like it's really spot on. Like she's very funny and like not annoying.
Yeah, she's hilarious. I was like her
Bondman.
Yes, Bondman.
One of the so some other additional facts about the show, right? So. Obviously, James Bond plays a theme. Bond is the dog's name. Yeah. Also, Bond the dog has a bow tie. All the James Bonds have bow ties.
Oh, okay.
That's one of I think he did that as a nod to James Bond. Bondman, his outfit looks like the Green Hornet, that superhero, but just a bit different. Anya's design is. So the director Endo he had a one shot series called Rengoku no Ash, and it's basically the same exact design for Anya, but in like adult form. And so when he was making this manga, he was going to use the adult version of her or like a teenage version of her. So Anya was meant to be a bit older. But he decided that he would keep the same art style as that one one shot that he did of that other anime or manga, but instead he made her a child form version of her. I gotta show you the pictures, but it's literally the same exact thing. The horns, everything, completely different story, completely different character, but he took that same design for Spy Family. Also mentioned before, it's Cold War, so everything here takes place in the 60s. Except for the fact that, it's not East and West Germany. It's two different countries. So those are just some additional facts that I meant to put at the beginning. On my notes here. Yeah, the Dodgeball episode, even that,
I was like, this is good.
Another bit about the Dodgeball episode, when they were training, and they would cut to how they were imagining their training would go, and then they would cut back to I think the real. He fell from the cliff, and then it was just the monkey bars, and then and then he sacrificed his friend sacrificed.
And then he was like, I think it was when he cried, like,
and then even the part where like what Hattie Roland was the big kid, like a whole adult. But then when he went to talk to his dad, he was like, Dad. he was actually a kid. I was cracking up. I was like, oh my God, he is because this is an adult. I was like, oh no, he's a kid. He's an actual kid. I was in tears. And then went to his final throw, and then like he what's his name? Second son. I don't know why Anya calls him second son. He sacrifices himself. And he's like and then I think like the best part with Anya, right? Even in the dodgeball scene, she's gearing up for like
the big attack.
Yeah, because in all shonen, like the power of friendship helps them through it, and the power of friendship never works. Or like balling up your energy just never works. So I like how like they don't give her plot armor.
Yeah,
like I want them to progress the plot through the Operation Strix a bit faster, but I do appreciate they just don't hand wave her. To have things work out in her favor. I also like at the same time like Anya is low key like she's on the one hand dumb, but on the other hand, what keeps the other two going because they're completely clueless. No, Anya's fantastic. I'll say my favorite arc, cruise arc, favorite episode is the dodgeball episode. All the set pieces are absolutely fantastic. The best comedy to me is anything with the kids. Like,
that's the always like the school scenes.
The school scenes are
really. You know, the kid who thought it was not coming back. He came back the next day like, you loser.
Yeah,
I thought you weren't coming back.
They sang a song. People are giving things away.
Oh, that's so awkward.
Like, no, we sold the company. We're still rich.
He was like, oh my God. I gotta go back tomorrow.
Yeah, honestly, like, season 1, I mean, the show itself is very strong. I like, barring what I felt like were fillers, like, the show to me, if we had to look at purely plot, between the 2 seasons is like 37 episodes. I think in actuality, it's like 30, right? Of actual plot moving events. And so if they continue to plot a lot further in the upcoming, I think there's rumors of there being a season 3 by the end of the year. I don't know. Yeah. But if they do start with a season 3 and they keep the plot actually going, then I can forgive the my misgivings with the first 2 seasons. But
yeah, I'm not sure where the manga, because I'm not sure where the manga is right now, or how many arcs they are ahead. But I guess even in the manga they have some slow moments where things don't happen, I guess, because I mean everything is canon, I guess, with the anime.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know how far they are ahead or how many episodes the next season's gonna be. But yeah, like if they just keep it moving, it's really, really good. Yeah. But they's like, hey, we gotta have these slow moments, and it's just like, are the relationships building with these moments? Because it doesn't really feel like it. It seems just like everything is staying the same. Yeah,
it's a show I would not have picked up if it wasn't for this show, and I'm actually very happy I watched it. It took me by surprise. Like just for a show that is not really an action show. Yeah, just some of the best set pieces. All I want. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say. All I want from them to do is, I don't need for them to explain the war. I just need them just to finish the operation. Not finish it, but just actually go to step 2. Because I like at this pace, right? We're basically talking about 3 seasons per Stella. That is. And I don't think they're gonna. I don't think
unless there's something else that's gonna there's not gonna be Stellas anymore for whatever reason. Like,
I don't think they're gonna use. Yeah, I don't think they've already established that Anya's not smart enough to get that. So I don't think they're gonna resolve it by Stellas. I think in the next season, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have the event, and then what was it, the end of season 1 where he talks to Desmond, the Twilight and
they had that meeting. I think might have been the last episode or the second last.
Yeah, so I was surprised that they did not start that they didn't like start off or even hint to the fact that they were gonna have that social gathering where he's gonna. Yeah. Basically, all of season 2 was like 2 days of stuff, right? So, I don't think they're going to be getting more. I don't think the Stella stars are going to be
a thing.
No, they're going to be a thing. Like, it won't be the reason why they meet up. So, hopefully we start to see that part. I would even be now. This is a show where I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel or a side anime of Yor being an assassin. Like I think
that's a series that probably needs a prequel.
I would be all in. It would have to be a completely different tone, like a completely different tone, different. You wouldn't have any of the it wouldn't be a comedy, but I would love a mini 13 episode arc of her doing a mission, just like a different tone, different take, just of her doing a mission, right?
Yeah.
You can do one of Twilight also. Like they have side mission.
Like leading up to like the to like where they started at.
Yeah, like a one shot, or they do missions. They both do missions in between. Just take one of those missions, and once again, my favorite anime of all time, Steins Gate. Not even a spoiler alert, but if you watch, like the show of Steins Gate is one season, right?
Yeah.
Steins Gate 0 is it technically speaking you don't have to watch it. But it kind of occurs in the events of the first season. That's about as detailed as I can get without spoiling the series. But they can do something like that where it's like, remember that time she got shot in the butt? Like maybe not that one because you saw some of the action already, but but you can do a side series of one of those missions.
You can probably take like a little thing on a mission that they kind of like hinted to, and you can make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would. I mean, listen, I'm trying to help y'all make some money. But make some more money. That's what I would do.
I was thinking for like season 1. I was like, this seems like a kid show in a way. It's like, cause I was like, I wonder if kids can watch it. And I saw season 2 and people were dying, and I was like,
oh yeah, no, this is
maybe not.
I mean, it's more like not under 13. There's a couple of neck.
Yeah, I was like, never mind.
There's heaps of killing in season 2.
Yeah, so I was like, never mind. People are just getting stabbed.
Yeah, no, the where this show goes into it, you think it's mainly about Twilight, but when you go to second season, it's really your season.
Yeah, yeah. Because even season 2, it just started out kind of like, we're doing normal stuff, and then the your arc happened, and then they went back to like, just normal stuff again. Not much happening.
Yeah.
Oh, and another character I liked, who I thought was pretty funny, was
Frankie?
Frank, is it Twilight's partner or something?
Yeah,
he was funny.
I forgot about him. Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
I mean, what was that episode in season? I think it was season 2. When he was trying to get this, he thought this lady would like him because he was like trying to save her cat or something like that. And then he like a boyfriend or husband, he just walked away coolly. He's like, and just ran off. Like, oh.
No, I like Frankie. And I like how Yor took his. I spent 3 years working on this exosuit. Yor just takes it apart. I'm like, come on. The other thing too, I don't know how long they can not tell. How long they can keep a secret from each other.
Like, at some point somebody's got to find out.
I'm like everyone. Yours is a superhero.
Yeah, because like Anya is gonna have to blab about something.
Yeah.
Or Bond is gonna have to do something to make one of them figure out the other person and stuff. So like they can't keep this up forever.
Right. Exactly. Cool. Anything else about the show?
Oh, the movie came out a few weeks ago, but that's not canon.
Yeah,
it's not canon.
As soon as I saw it wasn't canon, I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank God.
It was. I had shotgun 37 episodes. I
said, I don't want to. Maybe another time I'll watch it.
Yeah. I'm like, we'll do it. We'll do it a different time. Cool. I think that's all I had. But highly recommend. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. It is one of the most interesting shows that I've seen in a while.
Like you'll never think it will be that good. Like
you
just like, oh, this is way better than I thought.
I was like, oh, I would have never picked this up if it wasn't for the show and how popular it was. But it definitely lives up to the hype.